Is this totally obvious? Maybe? I don't know, I still hear people say it. At least I'm making videos, okay? Well, anyways, if it's not totally obvious, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe isn't getting DLC. I'm sorry. This game came out about 3 years ago now, and while there certainly still would be demand for something like that, given how ridiculous the sales numbers are for the game, I think it's still very unlikely. Nintendo games that have gotten DLC have all gotten DLC of some sort, or at least an announcement for that DLC, very quickly after release. 3 years is just too long of a wait, and Nintendo would have been missing out on sales by waiting this long to release something like that. But why did this happen? And what could this mean for the future of Mario Kart? Does this mean we might get a Mario Kart 9 after all? Hello all 2,245 of you, I'm Redkwan, and what's going on with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and DLC and a potential sequel and maybe even Mario Kart Tour? And all that. So first of all, why is this not happening? Well, I can think of a few potential reasons. For one, it might be as simple as the fact that they've already technically added new content to it. If we look at this as an expansion of Mario Kart 8, which it definitely is, then it already includes the previous DLC and a new battle mode. This is already sort of like the definitive edition of Mario Kart 8. Maybe the question shouldn't be why they haven't added DLC to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, because in a way, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe already has all the DLC from Mario Kart 8. Maybe Nintendo just thinks they've already added extra tracks and modes to the game, and this game is now in its completed form, so there's no need to add any more. Maybe they feel sorrow deep within their hearts about making their fans buy Mario Kart 8, then DLC for Mario Kart 8, then making a complete version of Mario Kart 8, and making their fans buy it again, and then making them buy DLC for that version of Mario Kart 8. Maybe, but that doesn't really sound quite right to me, because they wouldn't be getting money. That might be a factor, but I don't think this would stop Nintendo from making DLC by itself. Another possibility is that Mario Kart Tour got in the way. Nintendo could have wanted to focus on their highly acclaimed mobile gem, Mario Kart Tour. I'm making fun of it, but to be fair, I haven't played it. It just looks, well, you know, not good. But maybe Nintendo didn't put in any work to add any DLC to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe because they wanted to focus on Mario Kart Tour. They wanted to spend their time and money on the next Mario Kart project, and they didn't want Mario Kart fans to be content with the Switch version, so they'd still have interest in the new mobile game. This also seems like a possibility, but again, I'm not totally convinced, because while Mario Kart Tour was obviously a big project, it was still just a mobile game, and Nintendo probably didn't have to have nearly as many people working on it as they would for a normal Mario Kart game. I'm sure there would have been people to make DLC anyway, and while they might have wanted people to feel like they needed something new for Mario Kart, and by not giving them DLC, make them more excited to play Tour, I don't think that plan really works either. Because the target audience for Nintendo with something like Mario Kart Tour is mainly people who don't already own a Switch and a Mario Kart game. So they probably don't care that much about how interested Mario Kart 8 Deluxe owners are. Those people already have a better version that's still on a portable system, and even if you did want that group to be more interested, it's not going to be because it's an exciting new Mario Kart. Like I said, they already have a better version. It's going to be because you can play it on your phone, which you can take around much easier than a Switch. It might even be a benefit to put out DLC for those people, because then they'd have more interest in Mario Kart in general, and probably be more likely to give Tour a try. In either case though, it doesn't seem like this would be the big problem either. So then, what is the big problem? And I think the only reasonable answer is Mario Kart 9. Hey, hold your horses, bucko. I'm not saying Mario Kart 9 is coming, I'm just saying the reason we haven't gotten DLC seems like it's connected. If Nintendo wanted to make a Mario Kart 9 on the Switch, it would make sense that they wouldn't have made DLC for 8 Deluxe. They would save that effort and those ideas for a new game in the series on the Switch. So is that what's happening? Well, it's a little hard to say, but I think Nintendo might have been planning on making another Mario Kart for the Switch when they put Mario Kart 8 Deluxe out, and so they didn't have any DLC in the works. That doesn't necessarily mean Mario Kart 9 will happen, because Nintendo might have just been keeping their options open by not making DLC, and never fully committing to actually doing another Mario Kart. And maybe Nintendo just decided not to do another Mario Kart on the Switch after how ridiculously well Mario Kart 8 Deluxe sold, but at this point it's a little too late, and the game is too old for them to add any DLC to it. I think there's a pretty good chance of that. Nintendo originally wanted, or at least thought about making, another Mario Kart for the Switch, so they decided not to make any DLC for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but now that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has sold tens of millions of copies and the Switch is over 3 years old, it doesn't really make sense to do another game. If that's the case, then we probably aren't getting another Mario Kart on the Switch, but it also explains why we haven't gotten any DLC. When you add onto this some of the earlier points about Deluxe sounding like a complete edition, you get even more reason not to make DLC for the game. I still think some sort of Mario Kart or similar racing game from Nintendo could happen, But at this point, we aren't getting DLC for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and it's probably a good chance that this is why. Oh, what was the point of this video? It's a good question. Well, I'm Redkwan. Do you think Mario Kart 8 Deluxe will get DLC? Because it won't. Do you think we're getting a Mario Kart 9 or whatever wacko Mario Kart spin-off compilation thing you've come up with? Yeah, I see you typing about Super Nintendo Kart Ultimate. Do you think this video was a waste of time? Because honestly, I kind of forgot what it was even about. That's usually not a good sign. Anyways, I'm Redkwan, thank you all for watching, and I'll hopefully see you all later. Goodbye.